The Elderytch Mysteries got a huge buff in the latest patch of Gods Unchained. Today we're going to be checking out if this deck is now one of the meta decks that can destroy the ladder. Let's immediately dive in. In the latest patch, the Elderytch Mysteries mechanic got a very nice buff, which immediately put this deck, the Ramp Magic deck, in a stunning 73% win rate, over 20 games. This deck is very versatile since you can navigate the game in many different ways. We have Arandion, who is obviously going to be a late game win condition, but we are also going to be using cards like Otanda and the Elderytch Mysteries to try to win games in different ways. This is a very competitive deck, and today I'm going to be showing you a very close match I had against the Dread Dragon deck. Let's immediately check it out. We're playing against the Death Domain. My opponent is not going to play anything on turn 1, so I am immediately going to take advantage of that. They're just going to use their God Power, which means that I can follow up with Forbidden Knowledge to immediately gain another extra mana, and I think in this case I'm going to actually get Mortal Rise, since this is probably going to go down on its own on the next turn due to the burn. Oh, that's a dragon. Let me actually play Elderytch Blast here to immediately clear that. I am going to go to the next tier of Elderytch Mysteries, which means that I can also play Demetrius here and deal one more damage to my opponent. Not looking too bad. My opponent is going to use their God Power on Demetrius, which is still very okay. Since now, I can play the Spire Chronicler, and I think that I can even follow up with Eye of the Dark. Oh, let's get rid of that. I guess we can let my opponent draw that for now, and let's also make sure that Tarkin is in the bottom of their deck. I can also get Divine Birth here to make sure that we can play that now on this turn. And now Demetrius is going to summon. Oh, that's the worst possible 7 mana creature that we could have gotten. Oh, that's a Valogene. That's pretty strong. I guess I can start with Final Draft here to immediately draw a couple of cards. Then I can attack with you to go to the next tier of Elderytch Mysteries. Then I can deal 3 more damage to my opponent. And then I think it's a good turn for me to play Mortal Rise to clear Valogene, and also play the Shadow Scryer here. And that's a God Power for my opponent, and a Dread Mass. Wow, that's actually going to make for a very strong Dread Hive. I am definitely not going to get another Dread. And now we're in a bit of a pickle, because what do we do with this creature? I guess I can uncover Elderytch Mysteries, and since we're now at the epic mark, I can get Leyline Balance here. Then I can play the Cosmic Witness to go to the next tier of Elderytch Mysteries. And then what I can do is play the Leyline Balance, transform both of those creatures and basically everything into 1/1 rats. Another Dread Mass for my opponent. Okay, now we're in a bit of a worrisome situation. We draw another Dread, that's okay. Eye of the Dark. I mean, that's good, but I think I need to play Hortuk here, and I am actually going to give Hortuk Bleach Unprotected so that we can attack for 5 damage here. Yep. And then we are going to be a little worried if my opponent plays Dread Hive. Dread Rising rather. 7 mana for my opponent. They are going to play a Void Drake. Wow, that's actually really cool, and probably lucky since they got that. Okay, now I think I need to start with Eye of the Dark. Now we're getting the Elderytch Sacrifice. I am definitely playing that immediately. And then I can kind of play the Cosmic Witness as well, because now what I can do is play Mortal Rise as well to clear that dragon with you. Let's make the trade happen. Then I am dealing 5 damage to my opponent. I am going to follow up with Elderytch Sacrifice here, because that's going to give me an Avatar of Magic just for 2 mana. And then I can just play the Hoplite to hopefully make sure that we don't take 7 damage on the next turn. My opponent can play Vasek's Awakening, and that is going to summon Valogene for them, along with a Carrion Nester. Yep, I called it, which leaves them with 3 mana. Yep, they're going to attack, that is okay. And Spirit Storm as well, wow. We're going to have so much Dread in our deck now, but can we win the game on this turn? That's not very good right now, so Avatar of Magic. Then I think I have to play Pyrrhic Knowledge here. Let's see what spell we can get. I guess Elderytch Blast is going to help us here, and I'll explain why very shortly. Since I can play Elderytch Blast on that creature, then what I can do is get Mortal Suffering. I can play Beam onto you, and then I can play another Beam onto you, and basically I really didn't want to draw any cards on this turn, since I have Spell Boost from the Avatar of Magic, and if I drew any Dread, that might have meant that my opponent could have run away with the game. So let's see. We still have a lot of Dread in my deck, guys. I have 26 cards left. Dread Rising! Oh, yep, that's gonna hurt. We're going to draw Eiko, that is okay. Let me just deal 4 damage to my opponent's face. Then I am going to follow up with beam, probably, and then I guess I am ending my turn. We really need not to draw any dread on the next turn. Oh my god, this is a very tight game actually. My opponent is at 7 mana and 5 cards. Guys, this is a very close game. My opponent is really taking the time to consider their options here. Come on, it's a close one. It's a very close game. Out of 2 minds! Oh, okay. Can we please not find the dread now? That would be awesome. They're going to take the Spart Basilisk, but I don't really mind that. Okay, Otanda! What can I do with Otanda? I have 3 damage here. Do we have enough? Wait, that is 3. Yeah, I think we can win the game now. I can just play Otanda or Eiko, really. Let me play Eiko. Then I can follow up with Beam on Eiko. And as soon as I follow up with Mortal Suffering, we are going to deal 4 damage to my opponent. And the game is ours. This deck is very versatile. It takes a lot of skill expression to win games, and we're going to get a very nice win here. I hope this game gave you a very good idea of how this deck is played. Let me know in the comments if you have tried that deck out, or if you are facing it in the ladder, and if you do that, you immediately enter my weekly giveaway. Don't forget to join my Discord server if you want to stay up to date with all things Gods Unchained. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like because it helps out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon with a brand new video. Enjoy!